Hey, you miserable hair people. And I do mean miserable. Why? Well, thanks to Pantload for spreading this all over the internet. My fabulous movie, Tornado Run. Yeah, that piece of crap you found at someone's garage sale and plastered it all over your YouTube channel, The Miserable Hair People, or AKA Kevin and Sam, right there, hiding behind those puppets, picking me and the movie apart. I loved it. How much fun was that? Yes, huge fan now. And actually, watching your channel, that was the first time I actually watched the entire movie, that crappy movie. Yes, me, Major Teresa Mitchell, Sharon Burnell here. So proud to say that I was a part of that piece of crap. Well, Michael Nolan was your special guest. Just to answer you, this muscle chick knew after the first couple of hours shooting that thing, we knew it wasn't going to be our star to fame. It wasn't going to open any doors. I didn't even put it on my acting reel. It was that bad. But, you got to start somewhere. It was good practice. Group of friends got together, and there were some talented people in there, believe it or not, that were working actors. Well, and here we are. The $1 bin of doom. And I'm honored that we actually got $3 up from you guys. Apparently, listening to y'all was the first time. So, sure, okay. I guess it was kind of fun to watch, easy to laugh at. Don't blame you guys. So, anyway, 30 years later, and now it's all over the internet. I was praying this thing would just burn and die, but no, you had to bring it back and share it with the world. Well, I'm here to laugh along with you. I hope you enjoy it and get a kick out of it. I did, and I love what you guys are doing. All in fun, huge fan. And I just want to congratulate you on your big 5-0, your 50th showing. So, guys, keep it up. All in fun, still flexing after 30 years. And I'll be watching you. Major Teresa out. Peace.
Butts, idiots, because you're watching Dollar Bin of Doom. Each episode, your hosts, Kevin and Sam, watch a movie they find for $1 and discuss if it was worth it. Spoilers, it rarely is. And now, your least favorite friend's favorite YouTube channel, The Miserable Hair People.
I'm a serious artist. Eat shit, dick.
I'm laughing because it's true. What are you doing with your life now?
I'm having a ball. Being a serious artist is bullshit.
We're serious artists. This is Art Kev. Welcome to everybody to another episode of Dollar Bin of Doom. We have with us today
Very special guest.
Yeah, a very special.
Oh, he built me up.
Mr. Mike Nolan. Mike John Nolan?
I had to change it.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't want to compete with the old football coach.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun running gag.
That was.
Because you were coaching the Niners.
I was for about 3 years. Did real well.
Yeah. It's nice to have an actual talented person on the show.
Oh, now you're being silly.
Yeah, quit being silly. This guy fucking sucks. That's not true. You're a really great painter.
Yeah, man.
I'm being held captive. Do the sandwich, right? Compliment, horsefucker.
Yeah.
Compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
You smell really good.
Thanks.
You dumb cunt.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, Mr. Hands is a real great artist. Yeah. Horsefucky. I'm sorry. We'll give you your phone back when you're done talking.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But
Tornado Run.
Meantime, I'm going to hold up Tornado One, right?
It's a great cover, by the way.
It is. They put everything on it, including a gradient. So it's really nice.
I like the clip art that they used for their stock footage movie.
So how do you guys normally start this off? Do we start at the beginning? Because I don't really know what happened in this movie.
This one's going to be tough.
But this has nothing to do with Top Gun.
If you have eyesight problems, that cover looks
right
like Top Gun.
Yeah. The only thing that in the movie that was kind of reminiscent of Top Gun, besides the aircraft carriers, was there was that one dogfight at the beginning, right?
With Michael Vick, yeah.
Right.
Well, you say dogfight.
Too soon.
What you mean is footage of jets kind of flying.
Right.
Yeah.
And people in ADR going, look out.
I just feel bad for the Air Force recruitment officer who got written those letters. Like, can you keep sending me all your old reels? And they're like, I mean, sure. Is this person going to join? Like, it's been 7 years of me sending them footage. Who knows that they were making their opus Tornado Run?
I mean, some of the scenes in that were so, like, you could tell they were copies of copies of copies. Like, this person went through their DVD collection and was like, fuck, I got all this plane footage.
And they did a pretty good job splicing all of that together. I don't want to give them a compliment.
I think you're using that word wrong.
I think I am, yeah. But they were clearly pulling stuff from World War I, World War II, the Korean conflict, Vietnam. They just put it all together in this, like...
Yeah, the nationality and the era of the military equipment was all over the board.
It was.
Well, this is a total, like, chicken and egg thing. Like, what came first? The idea for the movie, and then they got the footage to pad it out, or did someone's grandpa die and they're like, we got all this war footage?
I'm going to go with sadly, the grandpa died because that opened up the mechanic shop, that opened up the office. Yeah. All of a sudden, that all great floral furniture was all about. So,
and all of his old military VHS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, I think this is one of those movies where you can legitimately say the stock footage came first.
I think so.
They found the box and they were like, I can do something with this. Because it's mostly stock footage.
Yeah.
If it were a third stock footage, we'd be like, no, they had an idea for a movie and they needed to pad out.
Right.
But this was like, how do I make a movie out of all this shit?
They even used stock footage when they weren't using stock footage because our main character is like a bodybuilder.
Right.
And then they're filming the TV of her audition tape.
That was pretty meta.
Oh, I bet she's a dyke.
Shut up.
Did she just drop the gamer word? Her fucking shit was tight.
Yeah.
I was extremely impressed. Like, that chick is my spirit animal.
You were sporting a
She
semi.
has worked very hard for her physique.
Platonic is all get out. Like, I just want, she's my hero. I want that body. Yeah. I already have tits. I want that kind of tit.
That's a tough one to maintain. You have one Papa John's pizza, it's done.
Yeah.
That's
totally.
you just inflate.
Yep. Like
but that was the running theme also in the movie, besides the stock footage, besides the Radio Shack and sponsorship, which I'd like to get into a little bit later. But did they just come into a gym one day and said, hey, here's some reasonably attractive women. We're making a movie starring the Air Force.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we're also avoiding actually talking about the movie.
We are.
This is
I still don't know what
excuse.
happened. I mean, I adore you gentlemen, but I have no idea what happened in this movie.
This is a tough one. This is
It started 5 different times in 5 separate ways.
Yeah.
Different locations. Well, there was the pool, there was the office, there was
the closet.
The closet.
Evil business arms dealer. They're talking about, like, selling nuclear weapons. They were really big on small. They had to be portable.
They had to be portable.
Little nukes for Saddam.
But I didn't understand that the small bombs were the small nukes what were blowing up the cars throughout the movie. So he would just hit the Radio Shack button on the phone and then just...
A reasonably sized explosion.
Right, yeah. It wasn't not a nuke, though.
I think the nukes were an evolution.
And that's good filmmaking. Make the audience write it for you.
Yeah. Right.
Make them put all the connections together.
Confuse them.
Right.
Yeah. And then make them try and figure it the fuck out afterward.
Yeah. And I learned that from Stanley Kubrick, which is always assume your audience is going to talk about it for 2 hours afterwards.
Right. Starve your actors and get to it.
There's a bad guy and our heroes have to stop them.
Right.
We got that much.
But the bad guy never left the home furnishing store, right? Like, he was just in the back office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And the good guys never left Grandpa's garage.
Okay, good. There was so much footage from the early to mid 80s and late 70s. Like,
fucking footage from the 50s.
Right. Blood on the highway.
Cars exploding were from, like,
they played that in my high school class and it scared me from driving then. I watch this now and I don't even want to drive home, so I'm moving in.
And it was even more jarring because the color balance of the camera would change in every scene. There's a bunch of military guys in a pool room or in Grandpa's garage playing pool, talking about dicks.
Oh, gee, that's not what your mother told me last night.
So I do not understand the police chief because they were clearly pulling a character out of the Lethal Weapon franchise from Danny Glover's character.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, it's not this gentleman's fault that they basically shoved that stereotype at him, but it was just like, I didn't understand where it belonged. Was he putting the team together? Because he was always in the background driving around facilitating. What I didn't know what he was facilitating, but he'd always be there on the phone.
In charge.
I don't know if he was military or if he was just general police. I don't know if it was ever established.
Yeah, they kind of took the archetype, but they applied it to a military context.
Okay, yeah, so he was military.
They filmed it in Grandma's living room.
Okay.
Which made it even...
Grandma was so mad about that, by the way.
She was really mad.
She's like, honey, where's the script? If you're going to film something in my house, bring a script with you.
Is it good at least? No, Grandma.
Listen,
It's too much.
People like Sandy Campbell.
That's Panasonic. We got a Panasonic. And the headphones.
Yeah.
So they were bringing the team together,
To
right?
stop the nukes.
Right. Yeah.
And that's another trope of like collecting the team.
Right.
And they're all distinct. That guy's fucking in a pool. That guy's fucking in a closet.
This one's wearing Rocky Balboa boxing gloves.
Sure. This is a jacked woman. Like that's their personalities.
How mad she was seeing the final product of that film.
I know.
You know, I know I'd never heard this person before, but I imagine she believed her career was ascending. You know, she won a major bodybuilding competition, and all of a sudden she gets into this, and I've made it.
Yep.
Well, she also visibly was trying.
Right.
Yeah.
She was trying.
She wasn't very good, but she was trying.
Are you saying there's a mole inside First Strike?
There may be. Or it could be as simple as the next generation listening device.
My feet may not be big enough to fill his shoes, but maybe they're big enough to fill that mouth of yours, Lieutenant. But the woman, she's still alive.
Jesus Christ.
Who are you? Where's Dawson?
And then she saw the end result. She's like, what the fuck did I try for?
But was she the lead commander?
She was like their ace in the hole.
Okay, so no one ever expects the good-looking, muscle-building woman. She's very inconspicuous, and she sits in the back very quietly.
You joke, but it was breaking a couple of boundaries. That she was the hero.
Yeah.
A woman in 95.
Yeah. I think we need to talk about John Denver.
Yes. Besides his limp.
Oh, yeah, his clubfoot.
He was working for the good guys, right?
He's the good double agent.
I think he defected. I think he was with the bad guys.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and then he'd like limp his way in, and they'd be like, ha ha, fuck you, your music sucks.
Yeah,
your brother's music sucks.
Yeah, they kept fucking with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they shot him in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
But this guy's a hero because he told muscle-bound lady about bad stuff.
Right. I just really enjoyed in this movie kind of a sidebar of the only time we knew that they were actually changing scenes and time periods is they would be in a completely different outfit. No other things were disclosed.
Yeah.
It was literally the same time of day, and they'd be a completely different vest or a different outfit altogether.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't really need that if like the time of day was consistent.
Right.
But they would be like, it's like 12 p.m. and they're like, I'm going to explode this. And then it cuts to like 2 a.m. somewhere. And
that was the only time they could break into the office building and shoot their photo.
Yeah, seriously.
This is why the like you editing this is going to be troublesome.
It's going to be challenging.
Is because the movie felt like it happened all at once.
Yes, it was very, very much like the Big Bang and the Black.
I love that show, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's basically like time ending and time starting at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the scenes were time, like it was all the days, all the different times of day.
I'm pretty sure that's a Magic Gathering card, like Omni Time. You're like, Omni Time, the tornado card again. Shit! Now we don't know what's happening.
They should have banned that card.
Oh, damn it! Now there's the weightlifting girl too. Ah, we're fucked.
Is this movie what like a hippie feels like? We're all just stardust, man. Fuck it. Like everything flows together.
Unless you guys know what that middle was, because I still can't get from, okay, we put the band back together, we understand whose nukes are what, and these people are blowing up random cars.
The reason you don't understand what happened in the middle was that everybody was just on the phone.
That deserves a 90s montage. You know,
sure.
Yeah.
You got it. What song do you want to?
I don't know.
Royalty-free
go
song
back
you
and do
wanna
royalty free. Though I was going to go with Sheena Easton, but
Ooh, yeah. I'll find like a MIDI version of Sheena Easton.
You're American, you cunt. Yeah, because that was the middle of the movie. And that brings up another issue of we couldn't hear a lot of the dialogue.
Right.
But we could hear very precisely, with a lot of echo, random noises on set.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be in love for that.
We are in love.
That water was right next to the fucking microphone. That was so loud.
Well, there was a couple of those scenes where they just put the camera on the pool table.
Right.
They rested the camera on the stairs.
Yeah,
You know, it's just...
A lot of the times they didn't have coverage, so the camera would just whip back
Yes,
into
that was
people's
amazing.
faces. But at some point, Finnish Dad get hijacked.
Yeah, that's right. That's when Mark Cuban.
Right, the Mark Cuban
Yeah,
number
yeah,
one.
just like hijacked and held a gun to the dude's head.
They just put a gun to his face now. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because that shit was hilarious.
There's a lot of editing to do.
So this movie sucked.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to get this one. It's gonna be like Peter Jackson with Get Back. Like I've been in a room for 4 years watching watching John Lennon talk about heroin. But that's the movie, right? Our team of people are trying to stop the nukes.
Yes.
And it's all building towards the fight, but the build
Doesn't build.
Yeah.
It's just a flat line until shit starts falling out of airplanes.
Oh, and by the way, we should hold on that because that is at least a good 10 minutes of the movie.
Yes.
Is the amount of people they push out of airplanes and the amount of World War I tanks they throw out of airplanes.
Yes.
Just like...
They had gobs and gobs of footage of just a bunch of parachutes falling out of the back of an airplane and then dragging some crap out.
Right. They did steal a couple images from the raising flag of Iwo Jima, which was...
Yeah, which is good.
I don't know how
That's tasteful.
It's so tasteful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I mean, it makes
people
me
love
feel
that.
really
Yeah.
proud that this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect history.
Oh, absolutely. To completely desecrate it. I don't know why I keep looking at this. I keep wanting
There's
answers.
no answers there,
There's
buddy.
no answers to this
You're trying
whatsoever.
to find some help, and there's none there.
There's not even an insert. It's fine. That looks like Jason Bateman. I was convinced Jason Bateman was going to be in this
I
movie.
mentioned Iwo Jima, but there was the planes were dumping shit.
They were dumping everything.
And I think the director wanted us to believe that they were dumping people and munitions to
Right.
fight.
people that were
The quickest
that had
battle in the
nukes.
history of the world.
And our heroine was involved in the battle. Ended
Right.
up confronting one of the big business guy's lackeys
Yes.
at the
the C, right? Underneath the big C.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we thought, oh, the movie's over.
They wrapped that up really quick.
They did. That would have been a perfect time to end the movie.
Yeah.
Fucking playing some Rick Derringer. Some,
You think they could afford Rick Derringer?
That's a good point.
Probably. but maybe.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's coming off of licensing a song for like Hulk Hogan's theme song. The
Oh, really?
American.
That's right.
Yeah. Top dollar, baby.
Well, the movie did not end there, right? Because then they went back to the furniture dealership in the office.
yeah.
Is that when that happened? Or they went to Grandma's house. I don't remember the sequence.
Yeah, it
The
doesn't
movie
really
had
matter.
zero cohesion, and I'll be very honest, I was not paying attention.
I was super nervous because we had to stop in the middle of the movie to fix a thing, and we were 2/3 of the way through the movie, and then 5 minutes later, it was like the movie's ending, and I was like, oh shit, we got a lot more to go.
Oh, I know what happened.
Oh.
They contract other buff chick as a hitman to take care of the good guys.
Yes.
Oh, right.
And she,
Yes.
but she had a Mac 10, and we were like, "There's no way she can hit them
Right.
from there." Yeah,
She hit him at like at least 50 yards.
Yeah.
right. And she got one of the gormless fucks. Like we
Yeah.
don't know who it was, but she got one of them.
Right.
The rest ran away. And then there was a really long
I forgot
Airplane
about that.
chase. scene.
airplane chase scene.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, on the motorcycle. I
Yeah.
totally blacked out all of that.
They were trying to
Because
crop
we were
dust her.
ready for the movie to be over, and it didn't
that's
go over.
right.
Yeah.
It didn't go beep done. Didn't
That was
do
a
it.
scene out of like Dukes of Hazzard. Back up.
Damn!
Cameraman's like, why did you get so quiet? I'm telling you, Dad. I'm telling Dad.
Losing pressure.
Like the lore that you created. This is clearly stock footage, right? So this is some highlight reel
Nice
from
flying.
a pair of brothers who are really good at flying little planes. And one of them is filming.
Losing oil
Like,
pressure.
This was the original idea for the movie until they lost funding.
I think he hit dirt on that one. Shit,
No,
guys,
no,
I'm sorry.
Oh, this is the whole budget.
Don't tell Dad. Don't tell Dad.
Give me your location. I'm on my way to pick you up. Over.
Thanks.
Why is he saying over? He's on a telephone.
Then she drove back into the city, right?
Sure.
And then went to the house.
Oh, were they in the plane?
Yes.
Where it was?
Remember? Because the plane
was-
crashed and then they got out and they're like, that fucking sucked. And then they sat there and waited for the lift, and they were wearing the same
in
clothes.
the plane.
I think so.
Like, what do you think about the new Oldsmobile?
Where's the shooter? Let's take care of Dawson. All right, we're on it.
Did you get him? No. Do you remember the O.J. Simpson movie we watched, the Capricorn One?
Yeah.
It felt straight out of that. Like,
Yeah.
Through the desert. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay, so O.J. Simpson's this football player, right? He
Oh,
killed
yeah.
two people. He was in a movie.
Great football player.
Very good.
Yeah.
Murderer.
A little bit of football here, a little bit of murder there.
Yeah. Do you think there were people that were like hardcore Bills fans that were like, but he's still the juice? Like the way we would feel about Larry Fitzgerald murdering someone, you'd be like,
Oh, Larry.
Larry,
Yeah.
Larry Legend? Come on.
I could see that. Yeah.
With that ass, though?
I mean,
Have you seen Larry Fitzgerald's ass?
That's a lot to comment on here.
Speaking of getting murdered, the lady who murdered the guy with the MAC-10 goes to the house, and she holds that dude at gunpoint, and then he goes,
Gina, catch this!
and she dies.
Did she die?
Yeah, man.
And the people that were just on a plane pull up as well,
Yeah, they got back from Iraq really quick.
really fast. That was a very quick from Afghanistan.
On my whack.
The Afghanistan casino and bar on the strip.
I think that's outside of Toledo, Ohio, right? Yeah. Turns a huge profit.
There's no footage of it, but there's definitely, at some point during this production, the director picked up the phone and was like, hello? B-plot? What the fuck's that? Because we get about 3 minutes of it where, was it Closet Wife? Gets jealous of Beef
Pool
Woman?
Wife.
Fool Wife.
Full wife.
Gets jealous of Beef Woman.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. They introduced that really quickly, and then it was resolved extremely quickly at the end.
Beef Woman doesn't even break stride.
Right.
She's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, he
did
never
you
wanted to
see
fuck me,
me?
we're good. Like, yeah.
I don't
wanna-
the flag at Hiroshima. Like,
Right,
would you?
yeah.
She was like, I don't want to fuck your trash, bitch. And spit in her mouth.
And then they go to the office building.
Yeah, to kill our final bad guys.
That scene with him at the door was priceless.
Yeah. He
That
went to
was
the
so
office
good.
to get revenge on Big Bad Business, who
Right.
ordered the hit on him.
Right.
He kills Big Bad Business.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stand by it.
But there was that couple edits that were just so beautiful where they're standing by the door, they're easily a foot away from each other, but they don't see one another.
Yeah.
And then they cut in those two very long edits of the door opening and then him hitting the door and knocking him onto the sofa.
It's great. And then he shoots him like in the dick, right?
Shoots him right in the dick.
Yeah. And then he gets to lay down for the rest of the movie, which is great.
Right. Well, he's already sitting, so it's not
Right.
much.
And then he's still like with his last dying breath. He's like, "Oh yeah, don't shoot me because I have the buttons I can press to."
Oh, that's right.
blow
He
up the
blew
world."
up the car from Terminator 2 when they were chasing the liquid metal guy.
Yep.
Wait
And
a
then
second.
he does it anyway.
That scene of the police cars blowing up and when he was hitting the button, that was at night. Weren't they there during the day?
That happens 9 times
That
throughout
was
the movie, Mike.
That was the other side of the world, and
Right.
also in a different universe. And
Back in
time,
Midwell
space.
and Toledo, like this person didn't pay their
Sure.
bill, blow it up.
Yeah.
And it looked like daytime because that river was on fire.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
Then how does it end?
That's it.
That's it.
They just say some shit.
Oh,
that we
that's
didn't
right. Then they
understand.
got the naked scenes in.
Oh yeah, they couldn't help themselves.
They couldn't help themselves. They
Oh,
went through the whole movie.
What the fuck was that?
He broke his glasses.
We didn't make it back.
The wooden toilet seat.
Oh no!
No.
No!
Please hurry.
We almost.
We have dodged the weirdest bullet the whole time, and we need to focus on this. The vest, Rocky Balboa
Yes.
prep scene. That had nothing to do with anything. They were stealing scenes from Commando, right? When Commando was putting on his vest and the eye makeup and the eye black.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were clearly stealing scenes from Rocky
4
IV,
with Drago.
right? Where
Oh yeah, with the boxing.
Yeah.
it made
Oh.
no sense because the boxing outfit was never used later. At least she got to keep the vest during the plane ride and the
Yeah,
invasion
totally
of
right.
Afghanistan. And they were both staring each other down. Then she started weightlifting.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, she had a massive pump.
Yeah, she
right.
did.
She was so vascular.
She was so vascular.
Yeah.
She'd be a good figure drawing model.
She'd be great.
Yeah.
We just get her to do this 5 or 6 times. Like,
Totally.
all right, draw as fast as you can.
If you didn't know how to draw fucking forearms,
Right.
you didn't know how to fucking draw a forearm. you got the big muscles, right? But you get the fucking spindly ones sticking out.
Oh, you got to get the stabilizers. You got to get
Yeah.
those in there.
This movie and a lot of the bad movies we watch, they see stuff in movies,
Right.
real movies,
Like, I like Lethal Weapon. I'm
Right.
going to take this.
but
Yep.
they take it completely out of its context,
Right.
and just put it in their movie.
Right.
That's it. The characters have no motivation to do these things. They've just seen this in a movie, so they're going to do it.
It's the Republican presidential candidates who use like Fortunate Son.
Yes.
And like, look at this beats ass, and it's
And then John Fogerty sues himself again.
Yeah,
and then,
right. The movie just fucking ends, I think.
It did. It did.
Great movie. Oh, sorry. Great. Period. Movie. Yeah.
There you go. There you
Well, Nolan, at the end of the show, have I ever asked you whether you like being called Nolan?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been called Nolan basically my whole life, so it's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I've always called you that, and I
No,
never
it's-
knew
it-
whether to...
It's fun. It's just, when I was younger working in a grocery store and Limp Bizkit was popular. Was it Limp Bizkit? And they would change that one song in my name, keep Nolan, Nolan, Nolan. I only heard that a lot.
That's
But other than that, no, it's fine.
Shit, we
That was
should've
still
used
very
that.
charming.
That's pretty good.
I wish I came up with that.
It's fine.
I like that Limp Bizkit song where he goes, "Shut your fucking mouth!" That's great.
I know what's the line in the movie where he's like, we're talking character.
Oh, yeah, he's like, "Shut up, bitch!" or something. That's great.
Oh, you're a ninja class.
Go fuck yourself. I know everybody else has. It was perfect.
He heard your joke. That's my wife, Michael.
Where could he be?
Fuck. I would give it $1.
I would too.
I really like the crazy bananas ones.
The autopsy movies, I think, are.
I know, which is weird. You didn't like Axum. And Axum and this were on the same level of just fucking bananas.
I got Axum. I figured it out. I was like, whatever.
You poor thing. How long do you have
Nothing
it for?
makes sense. The timeline didn't make any sense. None of the characters made any sense.
Because I'd like to give this movie $1 just for that woman who thought it was probably going to make her career push a little bit further.
She was
needs
honestly
a tip.
the best part of the movie.
She did. She tried.
Unironically, thought she was kind of cool.
Oh, she was great.
Yeah.
No, I legitimately, like, she's the best part of the movie.
Yeah. But yes, I think I'd give this movie.
All right, cool. Well, hey, $3 that puts it into our Hall of Fame. So
That's wonderful news.
put its jersey in the rafters, baby.
We're very rarely this united on a film.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm glad I picked a good one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. It's so great to have you on here. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe. It helps my channel to grow. Also, if you're seeking nutrition and training advice, routines, programs, you can find all of that on my website at SharonBruno.net. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.